Alright, folks, good morning. Nice. Eventful stream yesterday, with plenty discovered, and what was that? the aqua and purple routes. And a few unsettling revelations. Because what have we learned? What have we learned apart from maximizing the percentages in orange, purple, and aqua? Bad and Train. What was that? That's right. That's where one of the twins had the smiley helmet on. Speaking very out of character. Then death. Stabbed. Then death. Because Hero was hoping. This is the route where it could pair up with Jasmine, H, or G. And I thought, given what we saw in Pink, that if I paired G and J together, that they're going to get themselves killed. I mean, there was death, but not the ones I was expecting. And then here we had the revelation, I guess a confirmation, that H is actually a robot. We got a hint of that up over here. When Ray kidnapped H and came back with her head and there were robo parts inside. And I thought, if H is a robot, why not all of us? And several exciting theories sprouted from that. But then here we have. Which one's which? That's the meltdown. That's the beheading. So is it here where we discover you have the Wallopus back roof? 8 bats in which Simon and the others float. So, are those the originals, whose thoughts are being fed into these robots? Are we all robots, and it's all replacement robots all the way down? Either way, plenty to stew on while this map fills itself out. And right now we have 4 sets of padlocks. The Lima requires a code of 5. And we have, where's my notepad? An incomplete 5-digit code, or 5-letter code, I guess. Blank blank, LY blank. Maybe the last is S, if it's like a possessive. Blank blank, LY apostrophe S. Because Y being second to last throws me off. But that's stumped by that. The green apparently has a padlock of its own. Oh, you know what? I just noticed. Like, I figured that at some point, all these lines over here, or some major lines, are going to hook back up with green here. Because you can have connections color to color. That's not unusual. What's unusual is that the very first one is all the way out here, and then goes all the way back to here. But that is an escape sequence, which means that this map might end up expanding out to over here. Ooh, it could. But out of 19 outcomes, they have found 11 already, so there's probably not too much left. So, blue or yellow? Let's go with blue. Follow this forsaken line. Because I'm guessing, if not lime, then either lime or green, or lime or yellow, is going to hook up with green at some point. It's gotta be yellow though, because in lime, everyone's dead as of here. Except for E, Simon, and A. And yet over here, Marco, Ray, and Jasmine are confirmed alive with Simon. Which they can't be if they're all dead here, you know? So let's see. On this one we hooked up with Ray. To the bedroom together. And then we go back to the lounge. And on this route, you choose to leave the lounge to look for the others or explore. And on this route you stay. So far, at this point and up to this point, nobody has died yet. So this could be it. This could be the one that links up. And what is green? But yellow and blue. Ooh. Let's do blue. This is which one? This is... We have chosen to stay. The twins come back. We boast some rapport, bully each other. And then we go out to explore, letting the twins pair up together. And going with Jasmine. A conundrum. All that drama about we gotta split the twins. And we pair them together anyway. Just give it to them straight, Simon. We've already seen the route for both twins, now we gotta see the route for Jasmine. They'll figure that out. And now the twins take you for some kind of gaslighting manipulator. Which is Jay. That's totally Jay right now. They'll be fine. Marco and Ray are adults. They could handle themselves wherever they are. We haven't found them in Aqua or Purple. Maybe, while this is going on, the H route ended up in the reactor, right? And Ray and Marco have not been seen in ages. Maybe they somehow ended up in the theater. Maybe not genuine, but it is solid. Because as far as death games go, this has been pretty safe. Barring everyone going nuts and killing each other. Almost seems soft in a way. Smiley doesn't appear to be too concerned with everyone wandering around, so we could just open all the doors, do the requisite one puzzle per room. And as long as there's only 2 people in a room at a time, this feels cozy. Apart from the occasional sacrifice everyone or everyone dies, sacrifice someone or you can't leave this room ever. Apart from those 2 rooms, this is pretty cozy. How you holding up, nice? It's got his earbuds and I'm betting. Oh, talking conversation time. Alright, alright. If we're not gonna see these 2 for a while, let's start with them. Then they escape. Yes, I can't. It's too early to eat. You want it into the coconut? It's gonna get dirty? Okay. By which they mean they're totally gonna ghost. You know, maybe this is a good route then. Maybe not blue in particular, but yellow? Because the only reason, maybe the reason why everyone goes nuts is because they see the note saying that one among us is an imposter. And in the Lime route, that note is brought to everyone's light, so everyone's got in the back of their mind. But in this one, we have the note, we are the arbiters of who we choose to show it to. And we've asked the girls. And so far, what of the twins went smiley? I wouldn't say went smiley, because the us's and twos all had smiley masks. So it could have been an original, or some other homunculus coming out. Way to tick. If we're robots. Right, if we're robots, and there's us's and twos, maybe we're the surveillance. They've been wandering around, there's no cameras, I don't see any cameras anywhere, how does the train knows when to come here? It's us. If we were all robots, it could see that the cameras that are our eyes, or wherever else the sensory input is coming from. And speak of the devil. Okay, so it was when exiting or entering a train. That is a shimmy shimmy, right? Okay. Oh, I see it then, the little shimmy shimmy, little shift to the upper right, or the upper left right there. I'm so fixated on the words that in my head and my eyes, it just like simplified as a transition. Pool, recreation, and reactor, you get a happy cat. I'll take your word for it, Simon. Oh, they go purr. I thought he meant like we put the letters together. You get the image of a happy cat, like how ORZ is somebody bowing and kneeling. Technically, we have only just met. Sort of. Because we all meet, and then we split up. And then not all of us came back. And they already know Marco's reputation. How did they know Marco's reputation? Is this one of their connections? Have they had class with Marco? Have they done like a college campus tour at the university? And Marco was their tour guide, trying to pull in some extracurriculars or whatever. Guardmonger, we got to go in this time? I mean, if we're going to news stations, probably won't, because we already finished the Guardmonger. Or somebody finished the Guardmangi. Just not us. One of these days. One of these days you're going to get in there. But I guess we wouldn't, because that's like the first station and somebody else gets to it, either in lime or yellow. So unless we go backwards trying to find stuff. Yeah, but GH, this way the twins get to go to the casino where everything's in pairs, so they'll fit right in. Jasmine's sweating, she wants to dip. She puts her hand upon her hip, then we dip, you dip, or something like that. See, Simon, now you're into that cake. He's happy with the cake when he gets the benefit. No swimsuit, Simon, you know what that means then? The wife has already left. So wait, the door's open this time. When we went before, wasn't it that the pool was closed? And so we had to skip that one? And then we took casino and someone else did the one after? That was yesterday, so forget the deets already. Wouldn't be. If us two are in the stairwell, and there's a third person inside, wouldn't our caller start beeping right now to kill us? And if there was somebody else inside, I don't know, the doors seem inconsistent. Like, it feels like if there's two people in, the door's closed behind you. But there was the bibliotech was already clear though. That's where the doors didn't close. Maybe it's not inconsistent then. Because I was gonna say, when we died at the biblioteca, that was Simon alone in there, then Marco comes in, and then decapitation, with the implication that a third person was already inside. So two, then Marco come in. But that was clear already, so it's allowed to stay open. That is hazardous. Train left and then came back. Marco and Ray. Maybe? When we came by with one of the twins, Marco and Ray got here first? And this time it beat them to the pool? Yeah, I guess so then. Maybe this means in this route, because the twins went on to the casino. But maybe Marco and Ray are going to end up in the reactor. And then once we solve this puzzle, at the very end of it, 10 minutes elapse and we all blow up anyway, and we never know why. Jasmine called from afar. How'd you get to Ethiopia? Asked me to wait down here, now she's calling for us. She found a swimsuit and she had enough time to change. Simon's got hope. Yevtug Guwebtu in Sazv. I don't know French. But yellow, blue, red, orange, cyan, purple, and green. I'm pretty sure that that could relate to the colors we wear on our collars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. And one in the middle. Because we have an aqua, H is aqua. We have a blue, purple, orange, white, red, yellow, aqua, green. And so far we've had some of these colors as roots on the map, haven't we, on the flowchart? We've had blue, but blue is associated with slime. We're on the blue route right now. Purple is Jasmine. Which one was purple? Purple was the casino route with the twin smiley at the end, right? Orange is associated with Marco. And that's when Ray snaps. White, Ray, we haven't had white yet, but white is a culmination of all colors. Red for E, but red is when we went to the church with Marco. Yellow haven't done yet, but that's associated with today. Aqua was with H. Yeah, that's the reactor, and that one is associated with H. So Aqua, H actually works out, that pairs off and nobody else does. Then green for G, but G was on the... G was purple, right? Purple root? No, Jasmine's blue root. That's right. Just trying to find connections. tossing all the spaghetti to the wall and seeing what sticks and what falls down. And no swimsuit after all, Jasmine. But she's found a key. In the shape of a lemniscate. E of all people had the key. Something that needs a secret key. The only thing that comes to mind right now would be the door in the laboratory, because we haven't found a way to get that open yet. For a second I thought she was speaking French, not just holding her nose. This blas spells weird. Yeah, that's a chlorine, that's just how pools are. Yeah, again, that's just a chlorine, they just overfilled it. Yeah, again, the chlorine. Oh, Simon could have had that dream come true. Hey, what's up? Oh no, fun. Boyfriend wants us all to know it's chlorine plus urine that's causing the smell. But it is kind of a death game kind of situation, sort of almost, so an acidic pool is a possibility. I mean, we've had a reactor that somebody had to go into and melt themselves in to stop from exploding, so acidic pool isn't too far off either. Or it's a chlorine. Besides, if it is chlorine plus P, no one's been in this room yet, so who peed in it? Jasmine caught his disappointment, so she knows. She's been knowing that he's been crushing on her. Alright, code cracking time. Is that a red spot on the tile? That is. Oh, there's some blue spots here. You got some reflections. Reflections of this, reflections of this. That's pretty cool. Okay, but first. Yivtug Gueftu in Sebs. Now, I know that Y comes from YYZ, which I think is a Toronto airport. So, if you follow that along, see which airport code goes to which. Never go without a Yivtug. I left my Yivtug with my fun Urinpa. Yivtug on these balls! An-Yivtug. So you put A-N before vowel sounds. So instead of A-Yivtug, I guess it'd be An-Ivtug. So, Yivtug, Ivtug. How could I make a ligma out of Ivtug? If he has to ask, he'll never know. But there are a suitable amount of vowels in Evtug Guebitu in Savits. And we have to Evtug Wipsu in Cs down to green, to these. What is my favorite internet anagram server? I want to put this into it. Because it takes a while for the internet anagram server to solve stuff. Evtug Guebitu in Savits. Find anagram. Oh, that was quick. 136 found displaying all. So then. So what have we got? We have Cube Geet Vutz Hung TV, Bunch Fuse. I should go back and exclude the word Give. Okay, exclude the word Give. Allegedly, it's generating anagrams in English. Plus obscure. Oh, there's a plus obscure words option. Okay, no Give. Chub Veg Vent Foots Guy Bevy Chug Veg Fuch Tun Buggy Veg Fuse New TV Bun, you're the rabbit. Chub Veg and Foots Guy TV Buy Chug Fez Veg Nut TV. Okay, so maybe it's not an anagram. Anagram solution, I think, is safe to say is out. Okay. Look at the left first. Pretty small for telephone booths. Switching to smartphones in 2022. 2022 and smartphones are pretty much the defaults, right? Because I know in 2010 I switched from my flip phone, which is fantastic, to my first starter entry smartphone. But at this point that was a decade ago. But then again, I don't know the club culture. It could be that they've held on to the Motorola Razrs for far longer. Just my imagination. And on the right, hold up. Look at the machines. Maybe she goes away. So maybe there's interactions for her around and her not around. No, she's still around here. Never mind then. They could be. Maybe these do contain the cloud storage for all of our morphogenetic memories. Seven machines, one for each of us. Except for one missing imposter. Who do we have again? We have yellow. Yellow was A, we have blue, that's me. We have red, that's E. Orange, that's M. Cyan, we had an Aqua. But Aqua is pretty close to Cyan. And we do just have Simon saying that, oh, that one's Aqua, but it could have been Cyan. So Cyan could be Aqua, that's H, purple. That's J, and green is G. So the one out would be Raven, represented by white, which could be the central pillar thing in the white glass. And Marco and Ray did come here in a previous timeline, or an alternate timeline. Our ghost from the future. All of us. She might be closer than she realizes. Yeah, Simon, if we all jump into the acid pool, she'll put on a bikini. Out, Simon. Four panels of glass, so even from the back wall, that is secure. Okay, I was worried they're gonna break the paddle before I can get to it. Was it H that pretended to punch us once and then stopped with precision right before her face once? Oh, we know she's an android, so as an android she would have that machine precision. Maybe this is more evidence towards all of us being robots, in which there is no force field, but as per our programming, it is impossible for us to strike this thing, and our android arms are compelled to stop before it. Wow, Simon. Some kind of long instrument, if only. Acid in the air getting worse. Fell under the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Why does it sound familiar? Curse of Oyashiro-sama. Where did I know that from? I don't think it's Deathmark. Which one was it then? Was it? Higurashi, oh that was it then, okay. It was familiar, but it's been ages since I watched that one. Holding her throat like she wanted to scratch at it. Okay, that was a hint to that connection there. Just casually joking around and flirting as the acid eats away and gets into their lungs. Alright, paddle time. Pilfering the paddle. Whatever could it be? Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go. but somehow not so acidic that it's eating away at the, what is it, paint and foam life preserver? Or the plasket encompassing the paper within? Exactly, Jasmine. Maybe it's not acidic after all. Maybe it is just overfilled with chlorine to give these kids the sensation that something corrosive is eating away at them. And the metal of the ladder is simply pre-corroded for visual effect. If I put that gibberish with this gibberish, will that gibberish me a solution? Numbers and random stuff. Look for anything special, but Jasmine, you're right here. 3 letters and 2 numbers. Rot 13. Rot 13. Jasmine knows it? Oh. There was a certain cipher in the KGB video game from like 1990 whenever. Piece of paper that falls out of the bathroom mirror of the lights with a whole grid of letters you got to interpret. But you could just as easily call the quartermaster back at HQ and have him do it for you over the phone. And so if Jasmine wants to do this for me, by all means. What could this mean? I have no clue what this could refer to. So this is light. Jasmine wants to do it for me. In this case, I say yes, go for it. Light through a prism. Ah, they want us to combine the colors in the right order. It means, Simon, that a white light through a prism creates a rainbow. And we have a white light here. So we have to recreate the rainbow. We gotta Roy G. Biv this. Let's see, but Roy G. Biv is in itself a construct, like, who was it? That simply wanted indigo to be there to have a pleasing aesthetic. The colors are the colors, but how we describe them is like a cultural thing. So let's see. The arrow's pointing to green. But what if I just do Roy G. Biv? Wasn't the next machine in the order I had to activate then? I push one button and she's asking to try to brute force it. Okay, what if I start at green and then go down the line, skipping the ones that aren't in? Small hum. In the rainbow, it's Biv. Blue? Look at this first. That's the thing. Maybe her time in Vancouver. She wasn't really a graphic designer. That was a front, a cover she had to maintain so long as puppy dog Simon was there following her. And as soon as Simon went back to Montreal, she was able to continue her true identity unopposed. Oh, my spoon. What's this notification here? Powdered. Okay, so green was first. How about blue? Nothing happened. She's gonna just do it for me. So long as it maintains 100%, I don't mind. You've already got the text for, oh, this is the correct one. Didn't turn off and didn't turn on a second time. Oh, come on, Jasmine. I thought you'd start from the beginning. So, Jasmine, sounds like this solution didn't work either. Or something does happen, but the way it's described, it doesn't give you the solution, which means we have to come back to this again and try to find the right solution. The code directly transferred to your head. Okay, so one of us has got to sit in. And then we receive the password, or whatever, from the morphogenetic cloud. Yeah? If G was here, she'd be like, Smotty wouldn't want this to be unsafe for us, or to be unsolvable, just go in and sit. And so she sit. The paddle straight up did dissolve in the pool. Well, that doesn't count. That doesn't count because a paddle is made out of sugar. Then I guess Jasmine's going in. Yeah, Simon, she's her own independent woman. She is a grown adult. Suffering far more than I had since I woke up. Has she also been having headaches? Like Simon does when the memories come back, and that H does. But she's been hiding it this whole time. Her eyes do go really, really wild over in the pink roots. So she could have snapped from the burden of the headaches and the types of memories that have been coming in. What if that's the base nature of the conflict between J and H? That they simply saw each other fight and murder each other in the future, or in some memory. And so because they were fed that memory, they were compelled to fight. It could be just that simple. A bulldozer running over her brain, so yeah. It's full and heavy, and new inputs keep being forced into it in real time and for the morphogenetic cloud. Full and heavy could be a metaphor for, like, just a really bad headache, or it could be that it just physically feels heavy. That she is not accustomed to having a robot head. Maybe that's a basic flaw with these androids. They have all the human sensory inputs, so it all feels natural to them. But they've also got the robot interior, and so it feels unnatural to them. Conflicting memories, you say, Jay? Conflicting memories, like we had in Pink, where we thought Ray and Marco was there, but then no, they're the twins after all. And somebody is stabbed and on the floor. A sister, even if she didn't have one. I did wonder if there was some connection between G and H being blonde and Jasmine being blonde under her wig. So let's wonder then about the possibility that maybe these people were picked up at different times. Like, we assume that we were picked up on April 22nd, 2022. Ray says that he was picked up around 6 p.m. or 6:20. The twins say no, it was earlier than that. They could have been picked up at different times of day. Who was to say they weren't picked up at different times, different years? And since we have A and his organization, and the MTS, and this human experimentation has been going on, whatever happened to H, whatever happened to E, they could have made androids of us several times. Marco has kind of orange's hair. Ray has kind of orange's hair. What if Ray is Marco from the future? What if Jasmine, we think is Jasmine, but is really one of the twins as an adult? And we just have, we're not just robot selves, we're robot selves across different points in our lives. Remembers her body being smaller, like she's still a teenager. She is blonde under that wig. Seven or eight people she remembers who? Speaking of broken memories, and recently watching Schubert play Zero Time Dilemma, I'll always say that while I appreciate what Zero Time Dilemma tried to do, the broken, disjointed nature of just pick a random memory and go through that made it really hard to make a connection with the characters. So every time somebody died, I laughed because the game tried to be so dramatic with the dramatic music and everyone crying out, "No, don't die!" Ah! But I could only laugh because I don't know who these people were. I didn't make a connection yet, but I see them die over and over again. Poor gal is experiencing ZTD in real time. Who am I? Am I Jasmine? What if she's just a template that has been assigned Jasmine and a wig and some makeup? So this route then. Abyssal snarl is music. So this route then. This route is all rear robots. This whole corner down here. The Robo Revelation corner. But there's still people, though. They're still who they are, just got memory problems. Is that what the crux of this is? They want the betterment of humanity. And all of us have these enforced memory troubles. What if the MTS and A in this whole experiment is to try to consolidate memories that should not be, memories with holes in them? Like Judgment, but with a more sensible plot? You know, I'm glad she's pointing towards the chair to continue the puzzle. And not like, all this is stressing me out, I'm gonna jump into the pool. Which, if she did though, we get confirmation if she's Robo or not. We only have confirmation for one. But that confirmation for one is suspicion for all. What's up? Robo could be waterproof? It's acid though. It'll eat away the flesh, remember? And if you want to input Mason, go to chat. Where's that sub of yours, Mason? Your sub expired how long ago? Then spend the $5. $5 a month, Mason. $5 and you don't have to buy quickly. This chair is for her, this is her whole dur. Whatever this process is for downloading information from the cloud into her brain, they really don't want her struggling. Oh, I gotta do it? Yeah, her arms are strapped down. You know, this would be awful if somebody accidentally fell into the acid pool. Like if she sat down, got strapped in, and then Simon tripped on the remaining paddle and fell backwards into the pool. And she's stuck here, she can't leave until the button is pushed. Smiley? Smiley, I think there are some oversights in your puzzles. Shoot, the badass way to go. Only half-hearted scream. She's okay then. So just momentary supply, then full-on clarity? There is no Jasmine, there's only Smiley. Because he distracted her. She has forgotten. She wasn't able to get most of the code. She could only give us the first letter. Not far from the edge of the pool. She gets the code, falls in. If we gotta sit in there, we could take the paddle with us and then use the paddle to push the button from afar. Wasn't her first time. Oh. Me taking her at face value. Yeah, there's a chair right there for her. Don't leave us in suspense, Jasmine. What is it? That is a tone shift. I think she's changed the subject. After that, I don't think she's making fun. I think that she's had some kind of revelation. She felt intensely like she wanted to tell me, and now she cannot tell me. If it wasn't for the paddle, then him saying not really might be something notable. Like, what if they're only being beamed the information that says to their brain to feel itchy, but it is just water? It's not the first time that we gotta talk later, and then later never comes up. We never spoke to her about what happened between her and H on the line routes. Join with her to the lab, with the implication we'd speak to her, but then never did. And yet you did. Simon followed her to Vancouver, then left her be there for like 4 whole years. Never ask your arty girlfriend how's her drawing. She's always going to disparage them. You want to freak out the arty girlfriend? Show her last month's drawings. Thinking a lot with all this new information beamed into her head. She was sitting there for a lot longer than one code. This was what G was pulling on us before. asking us favorite colors and whatnot. I thought they were just freaked out about stuff and wanted to calm down. A sense of normalcy. We weren't acting weird though. Were we? Maybe green or blue. That's the answer we gave. My favorite color was green. No, Simon, you said yourself. Blue, maybe green. I like all of them, really. But that sounds indecisive. We also know that G does not like green, but H does. So what's going on here? Is there like some sort of super personality that is being imposed on everybody? Or is this the template itself? Urged Simon with 750 volts of Montreal Transit rails. The chair or the key? We have options here. We could ask about both. I doubt that it's going to be a split though. It could be a split. This could be a split point. Let's be direct, Simon. Let's be brave, Simon. Ask about the chair directly. If we don't hurry, everyone will leave? And it feels to me like different personalities are being beamed into one body. Maybe not all the time, maybe always, who knows? But there's definitely some mix-ups going on, deliberately or otherwise, so maybe nicknames don't matter at all. Maybe we're not who we are. Maybe we're shuffled. Partially or impartially. What did you learn? What did you see? Security room? In the security room, you shied away from the cluttered puzzles. Passage. So yeah. Oh, there's a lock. We got through the lock here. In the security room. This is the infirmary. Yeah? In medias res. When were we in the security room with her? Church with E. Laboratory with Jasmine. Jazz, where else have we gone together? Because here was a biblioteca with Marco. Gymnasium with E. Theater with E. Church with Marco. H in the reactor. G in the casino. Jasmine close to Simon. I think there was a time that we did go to the security room together. We're just going to other places. Stay in the lounge. Jasmine stabbed a twin to death. Tackle Jasmine, take her to the infirmary, but she's secretly blonde. Let's see. Laboratory with Jasmine. A strange door remains closed. Automatic solve. Non-smile within my mask. Either way, we're officially through the first lock. The first lock was barred by being direct with her. And either way, he is speaking of things that have not existed on this timeline. He is speaking of things he remembers that he has not done directly. And the first puzzle in the infirmary, red 5, blue 5, red 3, make 9. It was super easy, super simple. I don't know, she solved it for us. She's H. She's too colorblind. She's a colorblind twin. That's what happened to the twin. One got replaced by an android, and while the android lived its life as an android, never aging, the actual Helen grew up. Yeah? The colorblind Helen? Hannah, that's right. He was an H. But it was palindromic. And Helen isn't a palindrome, Hannah is, forward and back the same. She's got the knife. Is this why? Is this why J and H are in conflict so much? Because J sees herself in H. She's like, this is wrong, that can't be H, that's me. But I'm not me, I'm not her, I'm Jasmine, but that's me. She's a bad girl who did something naughty way back when. And got kidnapped by an organization. Or are you gonna say that you're a smiley, Jasmine? You're gonna come out and say it. What if we're all Helen? She's talking about the DNA change so much that she became this body, right? So I still want to say we're robots. What if we're clone robots? All of us based on this template of Hannah. What if we're all people that Hannah has killed, to include her own sister? Oh man, wish I would remember like where exactly different unlocks came from. Say it. Say it. Forward or backwards, give it to me. Hana! Well, Jaz's been gone for 4 years, so anything could happen. A sister to take care of now. And that's why she tries to destroy the fake H. And that's only gonna freak G out. So wait. When we go with H for the reactor. I mean, that's pretty terminal then. Either we die in the reactor, or we try to leave when we freak out and see the bodies of us in the tubes that our head explode. So we don't get to see what happens when real Hana, real, if any of us are real in this organization placing thing, real Hana and G get together. The real Jasmine. The real Jasmine is a lexicon entry. Is that the 9th person? In this dating game, we gotta find the real Jasmine, the 9th person. And abscond from here with her. 75% searches, only 25% remains for the rooms you haven't seen. Okay, so this hasn't updated. Greta and Hana. This is still referring to H. Where's J? I don't see a J here. H-I-J, Jasmine. There's Jasmine. So there's a Jasmine. Jasmine's entry is still Jasmine. T. For real Jasmine, comma, the types of vats. Not all vats are equal. Some vats used to bring something to maturity, others used to preserve instead. These vats can't be owned by the common people. The real Jasmine is a question mark. I think we found the 9th person. Didn't know where the real Jasmine was, that's completely correct. Batman doesn't know either. That is the case for everyone else. What is Jasmine like in reality? Where was she located? What if Jasmine is us? What is Jasmine? The concept of Jasmine is a player itself. Answer to the former. Which one's the former? What is Jasmine like in reality? And we're located, so what is she like in reality? We know already. Those are the manners and personalities of the real Jasmine. As of the day the brain scan used to copy her was taken. As to the other question, what would you like to know? Well, this is pretty telling then. This tells me, this confirms that a brain scan of her was taken on a certain day and became this fake Jasmine, that fake Jasmine, which tells me that she was kidnapped by Hideo Kojima. She ended up, all of us must have fallen into Hideo Kojima's scanner that all of his friends ended up falling into too. We've all been snatched. Is she Simon? Is she really? If she's been snatched, she could be somewhere in here. She could have been the New York explosion. We have a hammer and a knife. Party increased. Oh, cool. So E had the why did E have the key to these gates, which we now have. So our party now includes the hero, Simon, knife, hammer, and key. Key is probably the thief class. Hammer for the tank, knife for the DPSer. We need a mage and a healer, but it's already a party of 4. Wait, these elevators are right there in the gates too? Well, typically the gates are upstairs, right? You go to your station, you go up the stairs, and there you have the puzzle room, and one of the exits is the elevator on that floor, and the stairs going down to the side. So it could be this is right below that. Scanner gate above. Two floors down, relative to where? Where are we though? There's no indicator of which floor we're on. Two floors below the previous one. Are we going to see a different G and H? This is worrisome. She is messing with the other experiments. Since this is kind of confirming that these metros are stacked one on top of each other. None of that in this story. I have so many complaints of ZTD. And after the masterpiece that was VLR. Go check floor minus 28. "14 stations is what we were told." I was thinking maybe. What if it's the train itself is going up and down or whatever, and these elevators are the shortcuts? No, because we saw the train come and run us over. And we've walked from station to station. But we've walked though. We have actually walked on the track from station to station. The oval tree does have tracks there. So the train goes to the oval tree and then goes up and down and then out to the next station. But again, we walked. We straight up walked station to station as we were blowing up over in the line. Maybe the elevator was so smooth that we didn't even realize it was going up and down. Each deck station is a slice of bread. Each station with some kind of active search areas that have many meats between the slices of bread. Huh. I mean, I have no choice but to take her word for it. She knows more than I do. Before she could tell us. But again, we were told there were 14 floors, and this were 14 stations. And if each station's a floor, that means there are double the floors. What is she explaining? The elevator? Or her being Hannah, the real Hannah, when the other H is a robot? Sad music. Android sorrow, sad music. So everything, everything. Android H isn't gonna like that, though. Hannah had accepted not Jasmine's words as true. Yeah, because he can't figure out a simple blue 5, red 3 equal 9 puzzle. I'm gonna get the right combinations here. Just go for it. She's gonna get us killed. She's going off with G, so H and I are heading down to which room? Theater? Or the reactor? She used to go to the reactor, right? Was that minus 27? As far as we found, though, just means according to our limited observation. And there's different interpretations. The ninth person could be someone's true identity. It could be someone we haven't found yet. It could be that a combination of peoples create the ninth person. Simon caller number, don't think I forgot, is 2. 2 plus 7 make 9. Simon plus E make 9. J's is 8, she needs a number 1. Number 1 is G. Oh, look at this. Remember, these are the connections. Because now we know, right, that J and G is Hannah and Greta, the real Hannah and Greta. So 8 plus 1 makes a pair of siblings. What else do we have here? 2 and 7, that's J and E, that's Simon and E. 3 plus 5 would be Marco and no, 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 6 is Marco and Ray. And Marco and Ray have been missing. Marco and Ray could have already left as their 9 pair. Then 4 and 5 make A and H. The connection there could be that the horrific Agnos is the one who experimented on the Robo Hannah, or all of us. That covers everyone, doesn't it? Yeah, that does. It does. That could be it. We just gotta find our right pair and leave in pairs. Because each of us make a 9. There are other elevators though. There are as many elevators as there are stations. So if this door locks out, there's always the others. And before you leave, and all of our colors go off, what is the, what's the 5th letter of the code? She is a robot, she could bend steel with her fists. There are many Hannahs in the world. She could be a different Hannah. Just like how growing up, I was VN, my classmate was VA. We could all share a name. We're gonna go down to the reactor and boil Hannah alive again. Oh, and then maybe this way if we do, we'll get to, see the tubes in the wall, and because we have this knowledge already, we won't freak out. Yeah, but we all are. We potentially all are. She didn't give us the key? Oh, good. We have the key. Making me worry, Simon. mean, Simon has positively identified the ruins of Montreal, so we know where we are geographically at least. They did note in one of the endings that one side is all the evens, the other side's all the odds. Maybe there's two experiments going on, though. We got two sets of 14s, maybe? But it starts from -2 down, so it's not perfectly 14-14 then. Absolute top. Trying to see. Was it in the cyan where we tried pressing -2 but couldn't go there? Trying to keep track of all these things happening, possibly simultaneously. Unlock all the gates. The New York explosion is a known thing. What if the New York explosion was the timeline where A went ahead and blew everything up? And we're all taking place in metros all over the world? Two of us could leave. Yeah, man, you just gotta find your pair. For you, it is 7. For the fake Hannah, it is 4. Where am I at right now? Passage 2. And real Hannah didn't give us a confide, I just realized. Oh no, we got folks running away. Hannah's got a knife. Whose body is this? Hannah's head. Because Hannah broke the rules. Which one did she break? Anna murdered and her head taken off to get the collar. Who was this? Who's it accounted for? We've seen J, G, and H and me. So it's A and E, and M and R unaccounted for. The key and the knife taken. I think it's A. I think A's done this. Because she was stabbed first, then the collar was pulled with force to chop her head off. Stand up into the darkness. We've all gone feral. They've realized everything's all locked out now. The isolation, the pressure's finally getting to them. We got the hammer though. Don't forget, Simon, you have the hammer in this route. A lying in a pool of his own blood. Eliminate 2 suspects. A, who's already dead. Knifed. He killed E? He's still alive. Alright. Don't do like Jasmine did. Actually staunch the bleeding this time. It's coming back to her now. Which letter? Which letter E? Only time to do so. Alright, I got my notepad ready. The first letter is E. E, first letter is E. So I have E blank L Y blank. What if this is itself gonna be an anagram? What if it's like E-M-L-Y-I or E-I-L-Y-M? And this is how we get Emily. Because that'd be 5 letters. She did say 4th letter Y. They said middle letter L. She was terminated. Oh, she got gunned. Come on, Simon. Video games and movies are never accurate about exit wounds and entry wounds. Clearly this means that these robot bodies have squibs to simulate being shot in movie fashion. And then a sharp pain in the back. Okay, there's somebody else here. This is either Marco or Ray. Probably Ray. I don't see Marco's. Marco would never stab us in the back as a thing. shoot or stab us in the back. Marco is so in love with Simon that he straight up confessed that even if Simon was Smiley, he would still follow him to the ends of the earth. So it has to be Rick. Except we've already seen in one timeline when one of the twins with the helmet on her head must have come out from the vats. This could be a vat person cleaning up. Maybe that's what happens if a pair properly matches their numbers and leaves. Then something wakes up and cleans out the rest of the game to start the next one. Oh, it'd be one pair leaves. So disable the rest of the robots. Sanitize the place, reset the puzzles, reboot the system, download new personalities. But we got third letter though. 2 out of 2 unlocked in the green. So we're allowed to go to green now, or at the very least, if we ever get the chance to link up with green. There's a lock in there that we could access if we ever get back to it. Okay, well this is proper credits. I'm gonna grab a little break, refresh my tea, refresh myself, and then when we come back, things to explore now then. Alright, time to smile and shine once again. Let's see now. Flowcharts. Bypass this then, and here we gotta go back to, we got E now. Functioning ceased. Functioning ceased. Now that I think about it. Functions ceased. Are the all functions ceased? Functions ceased. That sounds to me like Robotalk. Maybe the evidence that we're all robots is right there from the start. Functions ceased beheading. Okay, so what did we learn? We have learned that J is really H and has found her pair. And that could be evidence towards the ninth person is secretly the perfect pair. J being 8, G being 1. You put the real twins together, you get a 9. Another death under our belt, so 12 now. There were a couple of points where we had like one question over the other, right? So like here is 50%. To go back to that, only 71% here. The remaining percents for this one is probably actually solving the puzzle. But we gotta see this end. Which, call me crazy, but I don't think asking about the key has much room to go here. Let's get this other question first. Not questions, who to talk to, right? It was speak to Jay or the twins. See what Jay has to say. Except for Ray, possibly. Oh, yeah. Because Ray never got back to the lounge. We could have asked him what he does. They don't know he's a teacher yet. Okay, that's that, hundo. Now let's see if I can't puzzle this out, because if I can't puzzle this out, Jay has no patience for failure. How to rush through this. Seems to me that I could possibly grab this first and click that for a different text, maybe? Alright, so green first, and then blue isn't it. After green and rainbows. What if you do Y? So it is green, yellow. So, sorry Mike, bumped your nose. Could be going in reverse from green. Green, yellow, orange, red. Or what else could it be? Because G's in the middle. What it could be is bounce along, back and forth. Turned on, okay. Or if you just go one direction first. Green, yellow, orange. Can't be going by color numbers and color numbers and colors. Because green is 1 on G, but then 2 is blue, and blue is wrong. Yellow is 4, then orange is 3. So in that order, it'd be 1, 4, 3. So it's not that. Where's red? Physically, it's all the way here. One end to middle. No? Okay. So GYOR. So Roy G. Biv has eaten backwards. Then where from here? Red to purple? Oh, that could be. Follow the natural progression of the hues. Green bleeding into yellow, into orange, into red. And then purple, blue, cyan. Cool. Puzzle solved. Eat that, Jay. And then proceeds as normal. And 100%, cool. Alright. Then got you. Let's ask about the key and the indirect. Key to be more relevant, but if you ask about the chair, he gets all the answers upwards and including to the key. Good thinking, S. Is she gonna use it but not tell us its provenance? And isn't gonna tell us the truth about herself? In the infirmary. Hold up. Treason is the name of the segment. So that's found in the infirmary, huh? I can't remember if the infirmary's appeared before here. Who's all went where? Biblioteca, laboratory, church. I'm trying to keep track of who's gone where at what time. And I am dropping all these lines. Because if infirmary has a key right away. Right away. Infirmary, as far as I knew, also had the remote control. If everyone's being honest about that, I was kind of out of it the first time through it. It's one of those truth-telling gates man won't open, because she gives it a full answer about herself. Pressed Simon against the gate. Ooh. What if she knows that everyone is secretly a robot? And what she is trying to do is push us through the gate so we fall apart on the other side. We just put ourselves together again afterwards. Something wrong. What if she was stabbed from behind, and the reason she's fallen onto us and is breathing so hard is because she's dying in our arms? Now, if Jasmine, in this present, is actually Hannah, and is some older form or some altered form, there's a possibility that she would have been Hannah at this point too in the past. If she's responsive, then she's not stabbed then. Kisses, not even once. Yeah, what's up? Oh, nice, it's a puffin. Smelled like metal. Who was it? Whose effluence and blood was described as metallic? Then he looked down and it really was metal. Evidence number 3, I think, that Simon, and maybe everybody else, is also robotic. That's what you get for being indirect, Simon. Kiss bad end, implying the existence of a kiss good end. But yeah, now everything is unlocked except for Lime? Think how this leaves them, that we could do. Is yellow now? Fetching off yellow? Because purple's done, aqua's done, everything's done, blue's done, except for yellow? Achievement good as blue. These, they have Marco. Write these, write all these achievement names. And look at all this getting done in record time. Oh, that's missing. It looks as if every space does get used, so maybe a dead end over here somewhere. Then all down here to eventually link up. I don't want to see what happens if I go through this without unlocking it. Because it could go through. That's a choice that you could take even without this opening up. How about that then, for curiosity's sake? What it looks like if I haven't properly unlocked the padlock. Maybe it leads to some kind of incomplete end if I don't have the code. Maybe it just throws me out completely. And not once have you actually given the Braille to Emily to read. Maybe this is the way. Maybe this is the only way to get the final letter. By going into the dead end, realizing it's Braille, giving it to E, because E is with us right now. Which, if that's the case, if we do get a letter here, that would mean that we are only going to be deficient by one. Did he say there's the last piece of paper? One piece of paper left. And if he goes through that door, he's not going to need any more. Reverse me to open the way in and forgive me for. Hey, what's up? Your hair is a mess right now, Mason. If it's in reverse, though. If it's in reverse. We have E blank L Y blank. It could be my lie, which would be an anagram for Emily. Which takes us all the way back to one possible solution for none smile with ein my mask. To open the way in and forgive me for my lie. I'm betting it's my lie. Whose lie then? Which lie? Just couldn't figure it out. To be continued. Oh, so that's what happens when it's incomplete. But to be continued isn't an end, so you don't get credit, you don't get a clearance. Just finish it for the summary. What if I go back in? If I go back in, is it from the start? It is. Okay. Knowledge gained. So alright, so you don't get a secret hidden letter. So I still gotta find 2 letters. And all even cleared, 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 and cleared. So. So maybe one in yellow someplace, if yellow comes on down here, or maybe lime has been the only real long one, while everything else breaks off a little bit. But there's also a lock on yellow. There's a lock on yellow and a lock on green. I could actually come back here anytime that I want. I could come back here anytime that I want. He had a headache here, and that headache reading started him all the way back to the start. But that doesn't mean that I can't come back. Yeah, because I could just go anytime that I want. Maybe it ends there with him going all the way back to the beginning, or maybe it proceeds from here. That could be the trick. But I kind of want to go through yellow too. I'm still under the assumption that something's going to connect here. It just can't be this, since the wrong people are alive. Simon, Marco, Jasmine, and Ray are alive at this point. And maybe someone died, is what Jasmine says. Here, everybody is alive. Still. Twins are okay, Jasmine's okay, A and E are okay. We just haven't seen Marco and Ray in forever in any of these. I could jump back. Let's see yellow first. Yellow being Marco, Ray haven't shown up, twins haven't shown up yet. Instead of waiting for him, just get a vamoose. What's up? Not totally a waste of time, Simon. We got lots of cool information. And some pretty big revelations. That's right. How many pens does he have? Because this time Jasmine's got the pen, but we don't. Two possibilities here. That we are all robots, we are all clones, maybe robot clones. J, exposing the possibility that our bodies could be modified. And if J number 8 pairs with G number 1 to make a 9, and Simon 2 pairs with E7. Not credits, wrong one. Sorry, credits are cool and all on Lexicon. 27. It says a lot, but doesn't really say much about her. What if E's been modified to be the actual J? Nah. She'd recognize Simon. She does call him by name when she gets her eyesight back. Trying to think that if 2 and 7 get together, what that connection is. Simple amount of Latin. Dragon pull. Ah, Jasmine lost. Round 2. Fight. Just got the dragon spirit. What's A, the tiger? A giant bird, half lion. This game just keeps on giving. So 1-1, final round's gonna do it. And from here on out, they're gonna tie 50 times in a row. And while these two are busy, Jank and towing, the rest of us leave. See, either J or A to communicate with E. But it could go either way. He's not kidding, it totally could. The outcome of this on for the yellow route. Excuse you, Simon. Who's it gonna be? A or J? A or J? The Dragon of Montreal, Jasmine victorious. Oh, you wanted to go on the trip? Tired of being dead weighty? Or being used as dead weight, I should say. What his mind is conjured up? No, that was all canon. That was actually as it happened. Shimmy to the right, the left I mean. So where are we going to go this time? 14 total, the previous maps promised. Security with Jasmine. That's the one thing I was confused about when he was accusing her of colorblindness or not getting color puzzles. The infirmary, I remember. The security room must just not have happened yet. Now that we have someone who's been transformed into an older self, I can't help but look at these two and wonder. The color of the hair isn't too far off. Ray's eyes are too small to me to see if they're green or not. Could be the same person displaced by decades and transferred into a robot, we don't know yet. Except if if M is 24, his growth spurts are done. But if we're all robots, who's to say they couldn't do some spinal elongation? Face obliterated. The Smite clone wakes up. Excessive damage. Supers. Last time we went through here, it was already solved by somebody else though. It's the first time through it blind. Probably blind, but for the first time actual solving it. Switchformers movies. Oh, and symbol on the floor here. Alright, so that's what we got here. Check the map. One room, second, but there's actually a second room here. And a bathroom, but only one. Which is an option. We could swap out right now. What's in here? To the outside and... There's a burger to examine. Do it, Simon. This could be your only chance. Burger's always fine. He gets it. I think you could trust the sandwiches. And the burger should be fine too. Poison or some pool acid. Now, unlabeled wouldn't necessarily mean empty though. Three interactions so far. Make some burgers. Watch some tapes. Three rows of 6. There's 3 sections of 6. Take that down. It's gonna be on the test. Hades Town, wanted to turn me into a coconut? Alright. And in doing so, you get the old room layout again. Haven't updated that. But coconut time it is. Okay, so what should we want to do? Switch out with Jasmine? It's burgers. It's gotta be burgers. Burger time commences. Also really enjoying this reflection here. They didn't have to make this so reflective, but you got like the good old... the actual counter here reflected, the tables, the doorway. And at an angle too, not just like pointing this way, but kind of looks like it's also the underside of the shelf as well. Now that is attention to detail. They didn't have to, but they did, and how cool is that? Like even the reflection of the light in the reflection is slightly different for the angle. What? Oh, betrayed by the burgers. The key's cool, but it's not burger time. Suitcase is higher up. Oh, I see him now. And that probably required knowledge of the chairs first. So possibly if you click the VHSs and tried, it would have probably been a different interaction. To get that coveted hundo. The insecurity room, more like. Screwdriver, or we could use the keys to wedge in there. Or we could take the O from Maneuver and use that as a screwdriver. The bedroom, that's a pretty cool thing for this route. The bedroom key keeps coming back with the bedroom coin, but again, it is still too big. Oh, that's everything here. Jasmine, want to swap? Is this gonna be the wire puzzle that you can't figure out despite being a graphic designer who should have pretty sharp color differentiation? A screwdriver? Ah, trade you for the coin. Console with wires of all the colors in the world. Even the colors then that aren't described by like green, red, blue, but like wet, dry. Oh, alright, hyperbole, then I get it now, Simon. Red, green, and blue, all the colors. Door slides shut when we take it out. It can't be too much of a sacrifice room this early in. What if it's not that? What if the back of the door has a keyhole, the perfect size of the screwdriver, so it's just to freak us out? Or that. Either way works. Hammer in the bedroom. This whole time we've had the hammer, he hasn't brought it up yet. We could put the hammer in the doorway, keep it from closing all the way. looked pretty easy, and yet Jasmine. But now we have the reason why. Jasmine invented these feather puzzles. Plus, Simon, don't forget it's dark in here. Maybe if you found the light switch, it'd be a bit easier to solve this puzzle for her. Just wanted that completion. Button press going out, button press coming in. Got the check mark. Okay, that's nothing to do then. To do this before finding the burger solution. Big brain style, full-on galaxy brain Simon. The next one was the correct one. Ah, they planned for him trying to do that. Saving the player the frustration of making the exact same mistake in real time. Okay, so that's twice then. That Jasmine has the toilet in the second room. Schrodinger's cat is now in our lexicon. Shroud River's cat. She's trying. Doesn't quite have Marco's fun game. I'll give her 5 points for trying. Coming from her. Coming from her now that we know the truth of who she is. The screwdriver could be alive or dead, who knows? Click you afterwards, pick you last. What's this first, radio? I just realized. Hand on the door did not have a check mark. This one, square with yellow and green. Screwdriver's cat box. trapped in here forever. Another abyss ending to get. This would be a problem for any team that did not go to the bedroom first. Maybe this is why we don't see Marco and Ray after a while, because they're trapped in here forever without it? Oh no, what if that is the case? We split up. They go off first. We never see them again, because this entire time they're trapped in here. Slowly, starving, tantalized by fake hamburgers. What window, Simon? Solving the puzzle by smashing the computers. Are we gonna get like a second, how to put it, second map with the broken screens this time? Yeah, they are broken. Got little holes in the screens now. That's what she had to do. What's your solution, Jasmine? You break the screens, and that eases the load off the batteries? There has been at least one Smiley who activated, saying there was too much damage that could be permitted. What if now we have a diminutive Smiley on the prowl chasing after us room to room? We had to leave behind? The screwdriver we had to leave behind, do we though? We brought the coin, we brought the hammer. Who's to say we can't bring the screwdriver? Oh, I guess we... No. Because you've opened the door. Screwdriver back over, opened the door, brought it out. Do we got a Simon? After playing how many of these types of games where you make a screwdriver or find a screwdriver and then leave them all behind, do we have to? Keep it, Simon! Simon, no! And we still haven't ever used that hook object in the arch in the church. Both times through the church, we've only used the object in the incense, the outcense. tempted by something. Hold on a second. Must include this word. Okay, where was I? Tell them all they forgot to do was change the system administrative language to accommodate non-Unicode characters. And because they haven't, none of these files are going to work. Or maybe all they had to do was uncompress the files into a plain text thing, like save modification for some games. Or maybe 2022, was it out by then? Did somebody put Windows 11 on these computers and now none of them work? You keep saying that, Jasmine. Everybody else in different timelines all came through this room without a hammer? I think something's a possibility. I was thinking maybe she was just bad with puzzles. What if there is a way to get into this half of the room without her getting to it? What if that's a real split? If the real split is whether or not we are able to solve this half of the room with her in the other half. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. That hand without the check mark on the doorway. Maybe if I clicked it then we could tell her, hey, the puzzle's solved. Come on in. You finish this half out of that half. And then we could see what's on there. Don't tell her that with apprehension, Simon. Keep it close to your chest. Just be like, it's still searching. Will you watch the video by yourself? Ray and a twin. Hold up. Is this where H loses her head? Does she try to go through or is pushed through? And that's when she beeps? And Ray comes back freaked out with a robot head in his hands? If we chose to go with Ray first, we would have seen this before Orange, and would have had no context. Or maybe it's backwards. Maybe because we didn't do this route first, there was still ambiguity as to whether or not Ray killed. The twin ran through the scanner, then beep beep beep. Files showing videos. Now our memory is kind of timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. I haven't quite decided what yet. But a video file would by nature have to be something recorded from the past. So maybe it is more just running the same experiment over and over again. And so these are past memories and past instances. What if? What if it's a spectrum of visible light? And on one end you have ultraviolet. On the other you have infrared. and the spectrum in between? Is it chromatic and chronological ordering of events? Something rolling back into focus. If there was a way for this to interact back with Orange, where the memory could flood, Simon says, like, no, wait, no, this is legit. We saw this happen. What do you mean you saw this happen? Grabbing the head to run back and say, no, guys, it wasn't me, honest. He's forgotten possession is 9/10 of the law. I don't know if that's true or not, but all the cartoons I watched growing up said it. Was. She's okay now, Jasmine. It's okay. So is it fake Hannah? Yeah, that's after killing me. Killing me, then stepping to the scanner herself. No head back this time. Hold up. Gee, going alone to the scanner. What if the scanner's a one-time use? No, that's impossible. Maybe not impossible, no reason for it to be one-time use. Whose caller? Her own? There's at least one robot. And if we are robots, who was to say we cannot put the heads back on? Maybe we should figure that out. And we just never saw it because, well, we died. If we're robots and heads come off, catch you to put them back on. And we're gonna be so confused when we go back to everyone else and there's everybody else, both twins, Ray being his own grumpy butt. What if that's what she meant? All the way back here. When she said, oh, somebody might have died. And we're like, what? Somebody died? And she's like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. There's all this space here, though. I'm not convinced the space is going to be blank. Every other square in the grid has been filled so far. Either I missed a split, or a line is just going to go straight this way and loop back in on itself. An eternal circle of Tantalus. Sisyphus, Sisyphus. Who's gonna believe him indeed? Nobody in orange. Far too high to be a date. What if it's an iteration of the universe? Didn't we have a number before that was kind of like a date? 2022, 22, 04, 27? 2022, April 22nd, in some 27th universe. Simon's whole strategy through yellow is information denial. It's okay, Simon, we did. All you gotta do is download the files from the cloud into your head. Shimmy to the left. What other interpretations could we make? Now that we have a firmer idea, or a firmer sense of the idea, that there is a pair among us for all of us, could it simply mean that... Would this mean? A person who did not belong. I could see it supporting the idea that every one of us has a pair, but doesn't directly mention it. And always back to Ray. Now, H might be a fake H, but H still has a connection, so it might not necessarily be her. If the message does mean there is one specific person who does not belong here. And everyone could have some interpretation. J isn't J. She is literally an imposter J. H is an imposter H. Wonder how Jay felt that, watching herself die on screen. And they're both gonna be fine, of course. Both gonna be fine, and then these are gonna be heavily confused. And they're gonna freak everyone else out, tell them what they saw. You don't know what you have till it's gone. Maybe everyone here has experienced some kind of loss of each other. The others. Who among here's the others? Are the twins back? The twins are back. Perfectly headed. Collars all in place. Looking a bit creepy there, Simon, rushing in, then staring right at their necks. Shiny the countertop was. Come on, Simon. You went to uni. Be like, oh wow, I've never seen so much booze in my life. If I had to play poker, remind me to play poker against Simon exclusively. Did a clean house on him. And why is bitrate dying? Bitrate was showing some instability earlier. Now it's dropping as low as 90, 0 kilobytes per second. A prolonged 0, then back up to 1,000. And now it's doing the rubber band thing. It goes at 5,000, 1,000. Seemingly stable again. It's back now, Hades? It looks back, like it's all green now. But for a second there, it was kind of bouncing around. At least, it didn't go fully to the point of disconnecting. Just a few thousand drop frames in the middle there. How annoying that would have been if it's like 3 hours of one mod, and then 15 minutes or half an hour of the second one. Just a few moments ago, so through the act of dying and even the elevator, it warped back into here. They have the gamer strats. That was a tactical death to get H back in here. Back into a spawn point. And then G, going through the elevator without a collar, was an out-of-bounds loop to come back in. Oh, this was false and couldn't trust my eyes. Pretty odd that so far I've only had one moment where reality seems to get overwritten. But that could be a hint that this is all about memory, instability stuff like the Alzheimer grandparents. What is more natural to Simon than being unnaturally awkward? Sharing info or not? Or more evidence? What if we find yet another color by branching off to do something? collect more info, or share info. When he phrases it like he did, Yellow has all been about keeping whatever he's found to himself so far. The note he's told barely anybody. This, he might want to tell nobody too. Let's get both these doors open. I kind of feel like sharing info with the others is probably leading to very bad things. Invasive, Digivolve 2. Ascertaining. Still yet. Oh no! Oh, that's green! There's a connection! If we tell everyone. That is only one square here. There is only, or circle, there's only one spot here. Between we have decided to tell everyone what happened, what we saw, and I've woken up with a concussion in the lounge with my memory lost. Maybe what's happened here is you tell everyone what happened, and then Ray comes in. Ray takes it to be an accusation, punches us on the head so hard we pass out, lose our memory. So, okay, that's green. So, what is green dependent upon? We wake up, we start the dating game, we go with Ray to the bedroom, get the hammer, get the note, keep the note to ourselves. Instead of waiting for the twins, we go with Jay, and Jay smashes up all the screens. We don't get to see what those are about. But we have a hammer, a coin, a note that nobody else is seeing, and a video about one of the twins dying on screen, and Ray being freaked out, and the other twin leaving without her collar on. And we choose to tell everybody, blackout, and wake up amnesiacs. And so when Jay says that somebody might have died, that could be in reference to the video. That could be in reference to the video then, because that's not too far away. Unless someone's going to die right here, or get attacked, or something. There's been no deaths so far along Yellow. And at this point, we've got Marco, Ray, and Jay, and myself. And that's all the people we've seen. So it could be everybody else has gone off to explore. Yeah, everybody could be alive here. $83.60%. I got two numbers to buff up. Okay, let's get that other door open first. Collect more info first. Parasite. Is that still on Yellow? Still on Yellow? This kind of blocks green off though. So, or blocks lime off. It could be we go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and green comes here, and then back out, or lime comes out this way. Hard to say. I kind of want this to be a straight line, I want that to connect. The diagonals are possible. If this ends up going, you think it's going to connect like that, but it ends up going here, and then here, and then here, and then all the way down, and then back up this way, and then coiling on through, and then up, and then connect. Okay. Let's get these hundreds in first. All of these have check marks so far. There, there's another attraction. You get pelted anyway, man. Might as well do it. A terrific help. That's okay, my crickets can laugh at you. Didn't feel like he accomplished enough to warrant switching yet. Okay, let's ignore the burgers first time. How about now? Didn't mention a key? No key by the consoles? Okay, this one I'm going out. Handle what's left in here, giving us a chance to see what's on the screens. No thanks? What do you mean no thanks? Ah. Busy smashing everything. Behave, bitrate. It's a good thing that Thursday streams tend to be shorter for me because this bitrate is not behaving at all. Can't go back out yet. Can't go back out, so we have to do this. Fantasy Smash is all the same. %, 90%. Maybe what that means is both the rooms. So one room is fully harvested, and the other room still has some order of operations, but it's smaller. He did say that he wants to be fully satisfied on having done enough things in the first room. So we tried suitcase first. What if we try key first? Suitcase, key, and both. We've done both. We've done suitcase. Let's do key. Ah, because Jasmine then. She could reach up here, but it wouldn't be on the floor. So it'd be slightly different text. Didn't feel like. Oh, really? And I can't click in yet. Well, so far, that just gets us to the exact same state of things. And everything is all the same still? What if I pester her by going back and forth? There's no pestering? No thanks, and it goes away. What if I speak to her first, then go out? Maybe that's it. Speak to her first, then go out? Because this just solves it. It's gonna be like the theater all over again. Trying to find that perfect combination of light, ladder, light. Current would stop and we'd be trapped. Toilet being flushed. What if I do this one last? Oh, there it is. We mess up the toilet, then talk to her. That is so weird. And by messing with the fuse, we have also killed the bitrate. Is it though? Is that my missing 100%? $100% game. And while we still have things to explore here, we have green to do, we got yellow to do. That is literally all that's left right now, green and yellow. But the trouble is that my bitrate is severely misbehaving right now. And if there are cool and exciting things to discover in either of these places, tell them everything. Tell them nothing. I kinda don't want the stream disconnecting during it. So where do we stand? We have the lock for green and lock, wherever that is. We have yellow's lock and lock, wherever that is. And 2/3 of this. 3/3 of this. But given the bitrate's instability today, and it is a Thursday and Thursday is meant to be shorter, I think I'll go ahead and call it there for tonight. It is still plenty of good progress tonight. We got this entire corner done, this whole corner done, and so as far as I know, all that's left is green, yellow, and getting lime unlocked. Which makes you wonder where on earth Golden Ending is going to be. Because this is pretty nice. Nobody's died so far, if my guess is correct. Just Simon has a bit of amnesia. But this one has the biggest lock there is. 5 whole keys to unlock it. A big password to read me backwards and forgive. So what's best then going to be? The dark nobody dies route, as far as I know. Or the biggest lock, everybody dies. But you get through. we're gonna save that mystery for tomorrow, if and when the bitrate decides to behave itself a bit better. And by then I won't be a coconut, so everybody gets to win. For now, let me see, who is online tonight? It's a bit earlier in the day, so there won't be as many people. Oh, there was almost nobody online who I'm following. It is a ghost town. In that case, if I'm not seeing anybody online, I guess I'll just leave it there then. Thanks for watching, folks. Maybe we'll finish this tomorrow with a full day, but there is a whole corner undiscovered in the whole middle bit, so who knows. But we'll try for it. Thank you again. You guys take care of yourselves. And I will see you folks tomorrow. Take care.